Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, throw open the windows. It's that time to call the neighbors. Facebook presents John Perrotta and Jessica Leigh's weekly check-in. And now, sponsored in part by Metamucil for the guys and gals that just want to have a regular day somewhere off the coast of the Caribbean in their personalized bunkers, your hosts, John Perrotta and Jessica Leigh.
Is Jessica Leigh. Jessica, say hello.
Hi.
Jessica's my therapist, my comedy therapist, as we all know. Therapist by day. John Perrotta's personal comedy therapist by night. We have Lady D. Say hello, Lady D.
Hey, how you doing?
Great singer. We'll be singing on Federal Hill this summer. We got Dutchess SS Janaya. Yeah. Dutchess SS is out somewhere in a car, God knows where. We got Steve DeNuccio. Stevie, say hello.
Hello.
It's
How
great
you
to
doing?
be here, guys. It's Friday night.
Pinocchio says hello.
Steve's got puppets over there and everything else. We got Mike Cronin, the bad boy of comedy. In the 90s, is now a Christian comic. So he's transformed himself. We're going to start out tonight. I was talking to Rockin' Joe Hebert today, comedian. And he happened to tell me, he said, mention this tonight. A few years ago, he was at Mike Cronin's apartment, condo, whatever. He went by there to do something, and Mike Cronin had a bottle of ketchup that had already been opened, and he put it in his cupboard. And Rockin' Joe said, once you open the ketchup, you got to put it in the refrigerator. So my first question tonight, Mike, I put my ketchup once I open it in the refrigerator. Are you still putting it in the cupboard?
Here's what happened with that. Rockin' Joe is partly right with that. I was with my dear friends Billy Myers and his wife Christina Myers at Patrick's Pub, watching the Super Bowl several years back where I still had my hair long, and we had ordered their normal pub grub fare, and I asked for the bottle of ketchup. So they bring me this ginormous bottle of ketchup, and they set it in front of me, right at the bar. Out of nowhere, boys and girls, this bottle explodes. It looked like someone just walked up to me and squirted the whole bottle of ketchup all over me. I was covered with ketchup. It just blew up. It just blew up. The bartender said, well, you know what happens from time to time.
So what does that got to do with your ketchup at your house? You put it in the cupboard when you open it, or the refrigerator?
No, I keep it in the regular cupboard. It's never happened here, but it did happen at Patrick's Pub. Bottle just blew right up.
So now you keep it in the cupboard after you open it.
Yeah.
Jessica, I keep mine in the refrigerator after I open it. What do you do?
I got a lot to say. Maybe not that much, but I do have something to say. So I went through this phase where I didn't like cold ketchup, and I preferred it when like you first got it, you know, and it wasn't like freezing cold. So I started to put it in the cabinet, and then all of a sudden one day I saw mold on it, and that ruined it going forward for me. So it was a short-lived time where I was putting it in the cabinet, but I understand, you know, where you're coming from on it, but it goes in the fridge after it's
We've already established into the first two comedians that Mike Cronin has moldy ketchup on his burgers. We've already established this. Lady D, great singer, Federal Hill in summer. Lady D, you open your ketchup, what do you do with it? You put it in the cupboard or the refrigerator?
Once it's open, it goes in the refrigerator, but frankly, I can give a crap where it goes because I don't use the stuff.
You don't use it.
I don't like it.
But she says refrigerator. I put refrigerator. Dutchess SS, you open your ketchup, where do you put it when you're done with it?
I put it in the refrigerator, but after that, I only use the packets that I get from fast food restaurants. So
oh my God, I can't believe you just said that because, okay, whenever I order takeout, like I make sure to ask for like extra ketchup packets because I
never had it cold. I always use my packets.
Yes.
I leave the cold stuff for the kids.
I don't have any kids, but I would leave the cold stuff for the kids too because it's, I don't know, I like room temperature ketchup, but you can't, like, once you open the bottle, like you have to put it in the fridge. Mike, I'm concerned about you.
Well, here's why I don't put it in the refrigerator, because if you put it in the refrigerator, my personal opinion, it gets kind of thick. It's kind of hard to squirt out. So I keep it on the counter in the cupboard. That way they can just squeeze that thing and get it out. One of my big beefs that I have with Heinz, the people that make ketchup, is they put this little teeny hole in there. So now you got to be like Hulk Hogan to squeeze it to
You're
get
getting me
it.
excited, Mike. You're talking about opening up a bottle of ketchup. You're getting me excited over here. I mean, come on, Mike. Can you say it a different way? You're going
I know.
crazy. I feel
trying
like I'm
to
in an
double
X-rated
entendres
movie.
over there.
That water.
I feel like I'm in an X-rated. Steve, you open your ketchup. What do you do?
Well, I'm gonna ruin it for all of you folks. I don't use ketchup. I have a friend. I've been in the dental lab business for many years, and my friend who owns a laboratory, her son was an entomologist, and I would visit him. Now he's in Alaska. His job was to determine how many acceptable bug pots and rodent hairs are in a bottle of ketchup.
Oh.
So he gets a
Tell us
smear.
that now.
I knew he was.
Oh,
gonna
come
ruin it.
on.
I knew
You want to
Steve
have
was
it? You want to talk about ketchup, folks?
Why?
He put a
Wait a
smear-
minute. Why are there
That's
rodent
why I don't
hairs
use
in ketchup?
Because
all I
it's
thought I was
tomato.
worrying about the mold. Now I got to worry about rodent hairs in the ketchup?
Bug pots and rodent hair. And we're talking acceptable amounts of. It can go, he gets one smear, gets a finger, one smear, puts it on a microscope slide, said, that is a beetle leg. That is rodent hair.
How do
That
they get
is
in the
this.
ketchup?
Because they're all around the tomatoes. And you can't get rid of them. You can only process so many out. So
Thank you,
when-
Steve, for making my
Well,
Yeah,
stomach get upset.
This
We
is
really
why-
appreciate this.
that's why I don't
this
use
is why, John, I don't eat ketchup. So the ketchup doesn't go anywhere in my house. It doesn't exist.
I'm gonna forget we had this conversation because I'm a big ketchup lover.
I'm
I'm
That's
gonna,
why I
gonna
like
forget
hot
this
wieners,
ever
John.
happened.
I'm gonna convince
No
myself
no
that
ketchup
it's
on
so
hot
processed-
wieners, buddy.
That it's so processed by the time it gets into the ketchup packet that we don't have to worry about it. Like, so
I
if we
think
just,
you and
No, they're
Dutchess
in there.
SS are right. Ketchup packets.
nothing's
No.
getting in that unless it's that ketchup. Nothing.
It's an open, he opens the bottle of ketchup and tests each bottle.
Steve,
Sorry
thanks for
to
coming
say, I hate
tonight.
to break it.
I'm gonna get you out of here.
Dutchess SS has it right. I'm saving mine for the kids.
They can have it.
Hey, Dutchess SS, you got a comedy show tomorrow night, a Zoom show for Mavi Mob, right?
Not tomorrow, next weekend.
Oh, it's next weekend. I thought it was tomorrow.
Yeah.
Next weekend, you're gonna do your act on Zoom, huh?
Yes, we're actually gonna go meet up in Woonsocket. He got it all decorated up for us and everything.
Is it gonna be, are you doing inside or is it Zoom or is it a comedy show?
It's Zoom, but we're gonna video it there.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
When we see it,
That's
like,
cool.
are you gonna post it on Facebook or something?
Oh yes. Most likely, I'll probably end up going live.
Who hits the button for the laugh track?
I'm gonna have somebody because it's weird. I'm just sitting here to yourself. I feel like I'm just talking to my kids all over again. It's just like nothing. No response.
How many kids you got, Dutchess?
I got 3, and
You got
I
3
take care of my
kids?
little brother. Mm-hmm.
And I'm your comedy dad. I'm your comedy dad.
Yeah.
How this happened,
Yeah.
boy.
Well, you got
Dug me her comedy dad.
Yeah. You can claim all of us on them taxes.
And then we got the bad boy of comedy. What's going on with you in your world in North Providence here, bad boy?
You know, riding my bike every day, as you can see it behind me. I'm not doing any endorsement from Trek. I'm just trying to get myself back in shape. I go riding on my bike daily. I didn't realize that I live at the bottom of the Appalachian Hills here in North Providence. It's very hot at 62 to get myself up out of these hills. True story. A couple of weeks ago, thank goodness it wasn't on the new bike. It was on the bike that I gave Nick. I'm trying to ride out of here. So I'm going down my normal streets flash. You know, let me give it a shot. Let me try to climb up out of here. I fell on 3 different hills. The last hill I fell on, I go down hard. Bang up my knee, I'm bleeding. This lady, probably about my age, a little bit older, comes running out from behind a car. What happened? What happened? She's probably saying to herself, this guy's going to be drunk out of his mind. It's sunshiny day, and the guy's falling in front of my house on flat ground. So I said to her, well, you know, at 62, the legs not what they were at 22, so I'm just trying to get myself back in shape. So she says to me, well, be careful. God bless. I was like, yeah, thank you very much. So then I just walked the bike up the rest of the hill. That's what I'm doing.
I haven't taken a bike ride in a very long time. I think since I was about 14, Mike. I should get on a
Really?
bike. I've been on stationary bikes, but I got a treadmill in the basement that I look at, but that's about it. I got to start exercising because I had lost 64, and then the pandemic hit, and then I gained back some. So I got to get back on it soon. But I've been struggling with the weight because I think a lot of us hanging out, we're eating more. You know what I mean? That's what I'm doing anyway. You guys do that too?
Yeah, I've been cooking a lot, baking a lot, eating a lot, drinking a lot. This COVID thing is not really good for me. And it's just gotten to the point where, sometimes I don't feel like cooking, so I'll just drink my meal. But sometimes I put some nourishing.
How big is that glass? It looks like enough for Chicago. Look at that glass.
It doesn't fit my whole bottle of Grey Goose, but most of it.
Oh, that's
So what do you got? I'm drinking Powerade, sugar-free. You're drinking, what are you drinking, Darlene? Lady D?
Martini, that's a martini.
Martini. Jessica, what do you got?
I've got these new Trulies summer flavor strawberry lemonade one, but I put it in a cup with ice in it, but now the ice melted. So I don't know. I didn't have any cold ones. So I'm trying to improvise, but then the ice melted. So now I'm just here. But I think everybody could use a drink for poor Mike falling off his bike and then the rodents and the ketchup. We're gonna need a second check-in.
Thank you.
Look, I got my Bird Dog Honey Whiskey.
We've had a rough week.
We've had a rough time. And you're drinking water, you said before, right, Mike?
I'm drinking water. Yep.
You're drinking water. I never known you to drink water. I known you to drink Goldschlager, not water. What's going on? How come you're drinking water?
You know, I drink massive amounts of water during the day now. I probably drink close to a gallon of water.
Wow.
And at night, what do you have? A gallon of Riuniti wine? What do you have at night?
You know, I try to stay. I'm not a wine guy. I never have been. I like the water. When I started drinking water, I lost 12 pounds over 3 months, not doing anything. 12 pounds, just drinking all the water. Now I go to the bathroom all day and night, but.
Do you eat?
Yeah, I eat, but I just drink a lot of water.
Water.
Well,
when I knew you before years ago doing comedy, you drank other stuff. But Steve, what are you drinking? What are you drinking? What are you drinking,
Oh,
Steve?
me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm drinking Bird Dog Honey Whiskey.
Bird Dog
No,
Honey Whiskey.
I'm sorry. Peach Whiskey.
Peach whiskey. Did you know there were rodent hairs in peach whiskey?
Oh, that totally. Actually, there are alligator scales on this sucker.
That's sick. Dutchess SS, what are you drinking over there on a Friday night?
I am drinking shots of Amsterdam.
Shots of Amsterdam.
Nice.
We got some parties going on all over New England right here.
John, that's why I drink the clear stuff, because I can't see no rat hairs in here.
Is there any goldfish floating in that sucker or what?
No, nothing floating in it, just my olives.
Just
All right.
your hours. Are you going to be singing? Lady D's a phenomenal singer. She goes online sometimes and sings, and going to be on Federal Hill coming up, right, Lady D? When is it?
July 4th.
July 4th. She'll be on Federal Hill, July and August, and she does a great job. Seen her many times. I remember coming to do comedy at your birthday party. I don't want to say what year it was, but your birthday party, and your husband Tony's a great guy. Remember I came to the Cape Verdean Club?
TV club, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we had a good time. Jessica Leigh, what's going on with you, Jessica? Besides therapy all day.
Oh boy, I think that's about it. I think
That's enough. Right.
I think through the rest of the pandemic, I think that my schedule is going to be pretty busy. But also at the same time, like I'm trying to learn some new stuff in my downtime too.
I saw a commercial. They got this thing now, which I never saw before because of the pandemic. They have a thing you can call, and they'll line you up with a therapist somewhere in the country. You know, talk on the phone with you. It was a commercial, and you can call. I forget the name of the company, but you can call and talk to a therapist. Honest to God.
24/7? Like, is it a?
I'm not sure. Yeah, it's something you can call. I mean, I got my own therapist. A couple of times a week, he calls me. I see Jessica a couple of times a week, so I'm all set.
I have to leave my therapist alone.
My
Mikey, you see a
therapist
therapist?
is my mortician. All right.
Your mortician is your therapist? Stevie froze
Your
up. I don't
boy.
know what happened.
I'm
Stevie
back.
froze
I'm
up.
back.
Are you?
Can
He's
hear
not
him.
moving.
I can
Is he
hear you,
alive?
but you're frozen.
I don't know. I talked about my mortician and I died.
Talked about his mortician, then he died.
Yeah, that's what concerned me.
I don't get it.
I
What
don't,
happened?
He's still not moving.
I
Nope.
don't know, Stevie.
I
Maybe-
don't
Doing
look,
my
that
best.
doesn't even sound right.
Maybe,
It looks like
maybe
it
go and
looks
come
like
back. I don't know what happened.
I don't know. I'm here.
Well, all right, you can just talk. We'll have a frozen Stevie, like a mudslide. Just have you frozen right there with the road knees.
I don't understand what happened. Here I am over here.
You
Let me
said
switch
the
this around. Let me
mortician.
see if that makes a difference. Nope, that didn't make a difference.
Don't worry
Try
about nothing,
turning your
Steve.
camera off, Steve, and then turn it back on. That might do it.
Camera off. I'm on an iPad right now.
We got technical difficulties here.
Go
A
up to
weekly
the upper
check.
right-hand corner of your square, and then you're gonna hit that blue button. It'll say
Oh, yeah.
stop video,
Right.
or if you're on your
Oh, it
phone,
says
slide it
minus.
and try to reboot the camera.
Just stay frozen, Stevie, and talk. We'll be all right. Dutchess
We'll be
SS.
good.
How's the shots going over there?
Ah, that was good. That was good. I didn't even feel that one. So that's
You missed the comedy. You missed the comedy. I know you guys have been doing the pub.
Yes, like as like you would know, like I suffer from my mental ain't all there, and comedy was saving my life. I got to get on stage and vent about everything. Now I'm just trapped in the bedroom.
Yeah,
Wait,
comedy is where it's at, for us, and singing for Lady D and comedy, and so yeah, it's definitely we all miss it. That's why I started these Zoom things with Jessica, and I've been doing like 3 a week, and I'll tell you, I look forward to these. They're a lot of fun, and
Exactly.
yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's just seeing all my friends, and I miss everybody. I miss everybody. So
Yeah.
it's great to see all you guys. So,
But I got to live up to my comedy. My main hashtag is F them kids, and I really said that during the quarantine. I got rid of 2 of them during it. I said, "Pew, go to your dance. I'm out of here. Get out of here."
where'd the kids go?
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Oh yeah.
You had 3 kids and 2 went to North Carolina.
Yep.
So you got
I
1
said,
now.
I'll keep one. I seen Bird Box. I can keep one.
Now, who do you got? A boy or a girl with you at home?
I got my son with me, my oldest son.
How old is he?
He's gonna be 8 in August.
That's
Got
good.
to have the one that takes out the trash, the one that still does chores.
You keep the one that does the chores. You're crazy. I mean, me and Mike could have come over and emptied the garbage if you sent him too. It's up to you.
Yes. I'm trying to tell you, I gotta train him right.
Stevie, you're frozen over there. You all right over there?
I'm still I was trying to rejoin the meeting from my iPhone, but
Well, you're
It's not.
here, Stevie. Don't worry about nothing. You know what? A frozen DeNuccio is better than nothing.
I think it works out.
I wish I could have froze my first 2 wives like that. Freeze them. Mr. Freeze from Batman. Plastic. Frozen.
Yeah, we can still hear him.
Now
You want-
Steve's over there.
I'm
Now
back.
Stevie's on. Stevie's back.
I think
I don't see him.
I'm back.
He unfrozen
Oh,
himself.
there you are. Nice to see
Jessica
you.
went over here. We're moving. It's like Hollywood Squares. We're moving over.
well, now I know how to bring it back. I had to minimize and then enlarge it. Go ahead.
Just
Make
don't
sure
talk
you did it in the
about-
middle of the show, Steve. We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Don't
Not
talk
that we're gonna
about-
get a Golden Globe or an Emmy or anything, but it's nice that you froze yourself during the middle of the show and you went from there to there and you're over here and you're drinking. God bless you, Steve. We love you, buddy.
Thank you.
Jessica.
Steve, I'd like to have you, Steve, talk a little bit about your art. Your art is absolutely beautiful. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, it is.
Oh, I sure can. I do approximately 20 commissions a week, at least. A lot of it goes to Disney. When you see the Disney stuff, obviously I can't sell to Disney. They frame it and put them in the pucks. I'm kind of glad I got that gig. But the other stuff are all commission stuff. I really enjoy doing. I spent a lot of years at RISD. My mother was a commercial artist.
Oh,
And she was,
She's a great
and I
artist.
learned at the age of 5 how to draw. She drew pictures for the outlet company. Before they had photographs that they would put in the paper, they had drawings. My mother did those drawings.
Wow.
So,
wow.
so
we'll have
she
to
taught
put
me
my
how to
daughter
draw
that.
figures and whatnot. I love doing it.
You know, I wonder, Steve, if I don't know how old you are, or
63.
76.
63. I'm 62. My grandfather, Gene Murphy, taught at Rhode Island School of Design. He used to do a lot of the artwork for the outlet. He used to do the windows for Lowe's. He used to do the posters for the Strand. So when I saw your artwork, I was blown away. I said, "Man, this guy is so talented."
Thank you
He's
so
very
much.
good.
And if anybody wants to follow me, I always tell people go to Steve Jazz on Instagram. That's one word, Steve Jazz. And for our favorite singer friend there, yeah, I'm a jazz pianist. I jazz sing. I do cocktail hours, but I was shut down because of the COVID.
Wow.
You have to hook up.
So Steve Jazz on Instagram. You can get to see all my stuff, or Artistry by Steve on Facebook.
You've done a lot of great comedians. I've seen you do Don Rickles, and I've seen you do Sammy Davis Jr. and Clint Eastwood, actors, comedians, singers. He's really in characters. He does a great job. I like to see you do Mike Cronin with that hat on, holding a bottle of ketchup with 3 road
I could do him. I know you don't. I don't mean I could do him, but
Steve,
you know what I mean.
You're out of control tonight. This isn't. We're trying to keep this clean. This is a family show. Between him talking about the bottle of ketchup, getting so animated before, I was getting excited. Now you're talking about this. He's got Mickey Mouse on. He's out of his mind.
Oh my God. I love
Dutchess SS, have another shot. What's going on over there?
Yeah, I had a shot for Steve. I didn't know. Like, I gotta tell my daughter to link up with you. It's so funny because my daughter got college credits at RISD, and I never even went to college, and she's only 12 years old.
Wow.
Wow, praise God.
Yeah.
My best advice to your daughter is take the summer programs at
That's what she does.
Rhode Island School of Design.
Yeah, that's what she does, and she can use it when she turns 18.
And when she's ready to go to RISD, if she takes the summer before she enters and she does well, bingo, she's in.
See? See? I didn't know that. See? Thank you.
I can't draw to save my life. I can't draw to save my life. Jessica, can you draw?
Oh no, and it's actually, and we use a lot of like creative art stuff like for therapy, and it's just every time I do it, it's a disaster. Like it really is. I should sit down.
Even draw hard.
It's a mess. Like I can't even draw a stick figure.
I'll help you, Jessica. I'll give you lessons.
But I love art, and Steve, I really like your I can't speak today. Wizard of Oz stuff.
He's smashing his house up over there. What the heck's going on over there, Steve?
Never mind.
Crashing the wall, you're crashing bottles. What are you doing over there?
That was a little booty bump over there.
I just heard a smash. I don't know what's going on. Somebody trying to break in your house?
That's okay. I got all excited.
Because I was we were giving him
funny.
compliments, and that's what a comedian does, is they've got to self-sabotage when they're getting compliments. So he started banging.
Thank you so much.
I wish we had I wish we had a comedy show after this. I wish we were all gonna meet up, go to a club with 150 people, and the stage was there and the people were right there like it used to be, and we were doing a show. Wouldn't that be phenomenal? Darlene could sing. We were going to do a show at the Whaler Inn March 13th. Darlene was going to sing for 45 minutes and then make a comeback on her comedy that she did years ago. She was going to go on in the middle of the show and do a set. We were all psyched for that. And I wish we were doing that tonight. Wouldn't that be great if we were all going on? I look forward to when we can get back on stage. You know what I mean? In the meantime, we'll do some Zoom. I see some guys are doing some outside shows and some Zoom shows, and there's some stuff going on, but I'm not ready. I'm not ready myself yet. So for now, we're doing the comedy talk on Zoom, comedy talk show.
It's
Right.
difficult though. You need to have an audience. And the same thing with singing, because I've been doing some, I've done a couple of shows of singing, and I'm looking at do it live on Facebook, and you can see people's comments coming up, but I'm trying to sing and I'm trying to read it because I'm like, my eyes are old and I can't see that thing now.
Yeah.
It's tough. And by the time it gets that people are requesting songs and I didn't even know it, like, because
I like recording on Zoom. I tried the Facebook Live. I do that once in a while myself, but to do this on live, it's nuts. The things are coming up. I found it better. We record it and then put it on Facebook, and they've been doing well. They've been getting quite a few views. I think we get like between 500 and 700 views for every one of these that we do. Everybody, we all share it, and all our friends see it. It's fun, People, people are telling me they're really enjoying the different comics we have on. It's been a lot of fun. I think you guys are having fun too. I think this was a good idea to do this. A lot of comedians are doing different things, but I think this has been a good idea. What do you think, my therapist? What do you think?
I do. I think that this has been a very nice break from the daily life.
Yeah, we kind of forget everything for a little while. You know what I mean?
I was trapped in a house with one adult. I probably get other adult.
There was a different person. I saw a different. I'm not crazy, right? I'm not picking that up. Oh no, it's a cat. I can't.
I had everybody come and visit me.
What's the name of your cat, Steve?
Cookie.
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 Cookie the cat.
She's
You
not
got any
happy
pets
right
over
now.
there, Mike, besides the moldy ketchup? What else you got?
No pets.
No pets. You're
No
like
pets.
me. It's a lot of work to take care of them. I used to have beagles. I had 3 beagles in my life. Love beagles. A lot of work. A lot of work. And they all wound up, a couple of them epileptic. I told you guys that. I had an epileptic beagle. That's something. The first time he has a seizure, I was ready to go back to work. I look on the floor. He's in the corner, all curled up. His eyes are rolling. I said, my beagle's having a heart attack. So I called work. I said, I can't come back. I got to get to the vet. My dog's having a heart attack. I get there. All of a sudden, he's fine. Bring him in. They checked him out. They said, you got an epileptic beagle. I love animals, but wow, that was stressful. Having an epileptic beagle. It was a lot of stress. We started medication and yeah. So,
Back in the 90s, John, did you ever meet my dog, Natron?
Natron?
Natron.
I think if I met him, I would remember that name. I don't think so.
You remember him. When I was living in North Providence then, but down in another part of North Providence, this guy used to come into Bally's and he owned a pet shop. So he says to me, he goes, you mentioned you're looking for a dog. He goes, I got a dog. He's like 8 weeks old. He's gonna be kind of big. I say, I'll take a look at him. So he gives me the history. The father was a Mastiff and the mother was a Rottweiler. This dog grew to be 150 pounds.
Oh.
He was like a horse. He was gigantic. I thought maybe
DeNuccio's 150 pounds. Like
I thought maybe you would
I'm
measure.
not even 150. I'm struggling over here. I need to get like your dog.
You want a dog, Dutchess? We'll get you a 150-pound dog.
I don't do pets. I fell in love with a dog and it passed away and I didn't know what to do. So
Yeah,
I don't
it's tough. It's tough. So what happened to Natron? What happened to him?
I moved to Warwick, and my ex-wife Darlene did not really like Natron all that much. They didn't really all get along, so I had to. I placed an ad and gave him to a guy that had a farm. He was gigantic. I was dating this girl. This girl came over the house. I'm dating this girl, so she's out in the street playing with Natron. So he starts galloping towards her. So she jumps on her hood. From the hood goes to the roof. Natron, one jump right on the roof with her, licking her face, the whole bit. She's crazy.
Jesus.
I had this guy, right? This guy lived across the street. So he had like a couple of dogs. They were like your normal sized dogs. So Natron was out early in the morning. I'm letting him walk around. So the guy's getting all tough, yelling about the dog, barking and whatnot. So he comes down the side of his stairs. Now, he can't see Natron because he's going to come down the side of his stairs, and now he goes around the backyard. So I see the guy coming down the stairs, and he's swearing every step of the way. He goes down the last step, goes around the corner. All of a sudden, I hear him yell, "Oh my God, look at the size of this dog!" Now, Natron thinks he wants to play with him. So he's running up the stairs. Natron's right behind him, trying to lick him and jump on him. It was incredible.
Nuts.
How many
That's
pounds
crazy.
was? How many?
He was a
pounds
fun-loving dog. He
I mean,
really was.
Natron, whatever you call him.
We got Cookie the cat. We got Natron. Do you have any pets you remember, Jessica?
I have had a few cats.
Two cats.
I can't have any pets where I live.
Yeah.
How many pets where you live?
Yeah.
So Natron's out. He couldn't come over there.
No, Natron can't come hang out.
Cookie the cat can't come over there. Darlene, you got any pets? Nothing, Darlene. No
I
pets.
have a cat, but I can't talk about it right now.
Oh.
And I used to have a dog. I had a dog. His name was Lyric was. Can I just tell you? Can I tell you about my doctor? My
Sure.
doctor. He's my doctor is deaf, but he has a partner who's blind. And one day I was in the city and I'm walking on the sidewalk and I see my doctor's partner and he's crossing the street with a seeing-eye dog. And the dog is like crossing him in the middle of the street. There's traffic coming and people blowing their horns and everything. He finally gets over to the other side of the sidewalk and he pulls a bone out and gives it to the dog. And I'm like, hello? Hey, what are you giving him? Why are you giving that dog a bone? He damn near got you killed. He said, I just want to find his mouth so I can kick him in the ass. Oh, so he went inside the store, right? I'm inside the store, right? Macy's in the mall. And he comes in there and he picks up his dog and he's whipping it around by his tail like this.
Jeez.
Oh, no.
And finally a manager comes over and says, "Sir, can I help you with something?" He's like, "No, thanks. I'm just looking." Sorry, I'm trying to be nice, but
Keep drinking that martini, girl. What do you got, Dutchess? You got something you can throw out there? What do you got, Dutchess?
I grew up with a living cat woman. My mom was brought up on cats, and when I was brought up, I had at least like 8 cats in my house.
8 cats.
At the same time, yes, and they had kittens, and then they had kittens. Like, my mom, real deal, thinks she's the cat woman. Like, everything in the house is leopard. Like, I grew up in a leopard house and a tiger house. Like, she got cat woman on one arm, she got meow on the other. She calls her car the Catmobile. Like, she's all cat. And now I can't.
So if we sent Natron in there, it would have been a mess.
Yeah. Well, no, because honestly, I had a dog, and he just dealt with the cat. Like, he was a punk, and he was a big grunt, and he was a big fine dog too. And I love that German Shepherd. And I never loved another dog.
I hear you, Dutchess. You look like you got to be on stage. We got to get you guys all on stage. I miss getting up on stage, boy. Let me tell you.
I didn't even touch the microphone last time I was on stage. I went to Club on Park.
You didn't touch the mic?
No, I was like,
Yeah, I hear you.
Go home too, you know.
I told everybody to bring a sock.
Right?
They putting a sock on the mic, Steve?
We all put a sock on the mic. Some people got a little creative a week or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
It was a lot of fun.
Hey, nobody's made fun of my shirt. Nobody's made fun of my shirt. I'm surprised. Usually people make fun of my shirt.
And I almost wore it.
Nobody's
I
made
like
fun
the
of me.
little Johnny P. I like it. I think it looks very
I
nice
love
on
your
you.
shirt.
You like the shirt?
I
got
like
one
it
in the
very much.
closet.
I want to get one of those hats. Mike.
I love this hat. I've had this hat probably 7 years.
Wow,
Oh,
nice.
that's good. Yeah.
Love it, love it, love it.
I can never keep nothing 7 years of that color.
All right, we're gonna be wrapping things up soon. There's Tony Andrade going by. My man Tony. That's Darlene, Lady D's husband. I love that guy. Tell Tony to say hello. Where is he?
How you doing?
Tony, how are you, bro? That's Tony Andrade. He's the man.
How you doing?
Hello.
We got the crew here. Steve DeNuccio, Jessica Leigh, my comedy therapist, Mike Cronin, and Dutchess SS. Everybody say, hey, Tony.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Tony.
It's on there.
Hey, Tony. How you doing?
Tony's the man.
Anthony, it's Prince Spaghetti Day.
He's Ladies D's manager. He's the man. You were a manager, Tony?
No comment.
No comment. Now, what are you drinking, Tony?
Blue Moon.
Blue
I
Moon.
love
I'm
Blue
over here
Moon,
drinking
my favorite
Powerade.
beer.
What's wrong with this picture?
Nothing. That's great stuff.
That's a healthy picture right there.
I'm
You're
with Tony. Blue Moon Mango. I like the Blue Moon
Oh,
Mango.
he does
Excellent.
too.
Yeah, that's a mango too. Yeah.
Did you ever try Leinenkugel?
Yes.
Do you like the Leinenkugel grapefruit? It's good.
Yeah.
John, what you have is better. You'll live longer than me, that's for sure.
Look at that. friggin-
Look at
I
her.
got
She's
some
crazy.
pictures to do to John, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
keep
Darlene, you're
going.
crazy.
I have to do this. I have kids and grandkids.
Last time
My
I had
kids are gone now. My kids, I miss them now. Now they're gone. I miss my son's in Mexico City. I was supposed to go out there April 15th to see him and his girlfriend for like 5 days, and then the pandemic hit. So I haven't seen him since Christmas. So I don't even know when. It could be another 6 months or a year before we see him. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Because the traveling's rough right now. I have to take Terry to the Cleveland Clinic later in the year, and we have to drive, because
Yeah.
they don't want her flying, so.
I started comedy, John, when your wife got her transplant. I had just started comedy stand-up instead of being behind a piano doing parody songs.
Yeah, I remember talking to you. I was out in the Cleveland Clinic, and you called me.
Yeah, I did the Comedy Connection that weekend. You were still in Ohio. Your wife was recovering from her emergency operation. She was a goner, and she survived.
I gotta have her on sometime to talk about. She had
You have
everybody that doesn't know, she had a double lung transplant in 2013, which is amazing that she's been 7 years now. That was an unbelievable.
That is.
Yeah, she was a goner,
She's an amazing
Well, that's
testimony
like that,
of
Mom.
prayers get answered. She's an amazing testimony of that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
She's definitely
Yeah.
blessed. My
Good.
kids, they were blessed that she pulled through. So it was a miracle. But that's where we are now. I don't know what else. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we wrap it up? Has anybody got anything they want to talk about?
All I could say
Wait a minute,
is
Dutchess SS first. What do you got, Dutchess?
It goes to Stephen DeNuccio. I'm so sorry. My first time hosting, I swear, I was so nervous, and it was time to break him up, and I'll never forget it. And his name just blanked my mind, and I was like, "Hey, Stevie boy!" Like, the mic.
I remember that.
I always wanted to apologize, and now I get to do it on live, and it's being recorded, so my apology will go around, so everybody know I apologize to you.
Oh,
I am so sorry for getting you wrong.
you don't need to do that.
I love you though. I had to get that out there.
Yeah, Stevie's the man. What were you going to say, Stevie?
I said, I've enjoyed, John, you've been a great friend. For the 7 years that I've known you, you recognized my voice when I called you to contact you. Said, "Hey, you're the tooth fairy from the radio." That's what they call me because of the dental business.
Stevie
And I
called
said,
in a
"Yeah,
lot of
I am."
talk shows on AM radio. They called him the Tooth Fairy. I used to hear him.
And John, you've always been there. I've seen you do so many nice things for comedians like Jessica, and you have SS, and you have Darlene, and everybody. You've done so well, and I mean, my cheers to you, buddy. I mean,
I think
I think we
appreciate it,
all raise our glasses to John Perrotta,
You don't
and
have
our
to do that.
prayers to
I'll
your
raise my
wife.
glass to you guys.
And my prayers to your wife. God bless her.
exactly.
And stay safe, guys. I really mean that sincerely. I
I
can't thank you enough, John.
All right, Stevie. That's Stevie's wrap. We're
John.
going to wrap things up. Darlene, what do you got to say to close it out? We're going to go around and wrap things up. What do you got, Darlene? Anything you want to say?
Well, I want to thank you too, John, because you are a great person, and I was praying for your wife, and I know that she's gonna continue to do well. But we got to keep praying that all this crap goes away from here, because I need to be on the stage with all of you. I want to see this. I mean, I haven't done comedy since probably 2004, maybe, or 2005, and my kids were little, and Tony would videotape it, and now he's taking all them videotapes and he's trying to get them all on DVD and put them all on a thumb drive. And my kids never saw them. Now they're grown. And one of my sons looking at him going, "Oh my gosh," he was laughing. "You're crazy." Because I never let him see the stuff. You know, not that I wasn't raunchy or anything, but I talked about my kids and I made them look really bad. So
You were great. Darlene got up at the Seekonk Ramada Inn. We did that for, I don't know how many years, a bunch of years. We used to get 300 people in that packet. The night you got up was packed. We had a ball. That was
We
fun.
had a blast.
Can you imagine? We had 300 people, and now you can't even have like 50 people, 100 people. It's crazy.
And I was so looking forward to getting back together with you and doing
We will. We'll definitely.
Friday, March 13th, 2020. I'll never forget that. Stupid.
Yeah, we'll be back. We'll definitely be back. It's just a matter of time. We'll be back. Jessica, what do you got to say?
I think I've known you for, I was just trying to think about this. I think I've known you for 11 years now, John.
11 years? Wow.
I think it's been 11 years, and like going back to like doing your Sunday night showcase at the Comedy Connection forever ago. And I think I met you when I was like, I might have been like 17, 18, I think I was. That whole time blends together, like, because I started comedy when I was like fresh out of high school, but I was like hanging around at open mics like right as I was like still in high school, but like about to be done. So like I'm trying to think around that time. But like, yeah, I remember like, and then coming back and everyone's like, yeah, like John Perrotta like has like an open mic at like this place and he's doing this and he's doing this. And I'm like, thank God. Like I can like, you know, find a familiar face that I know cares about people and, you know, does a lot for people. So I went to pub and found you, and now I'm your therapist at night.
Didn't you try to book me for a party or a fundraiser or something before I knew you?
Yes. So I was actually putting together a fundraiser in Norwood back in like 2010. And then somebody put together a bigger fundraiser on the same night in Norwood in 2010. So I had to cancel my show. But they did make a lot of money for the cause. So I can't like stomp my feet too much, but my ego can just, you know, my ego's going to pout in the corner.
Give me that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think that I know. And then I took a break and then I came back. So, but yeah, I know, I definitely remember that.
We're glad you're back, and I can't wait to hit the stage with you and Steve and Lady D and Dutchess SS. What do you got to say, Dutchess SS? To wrap it up.
You know I love you, and I always thank you for looking out for me and my mental, and just being the.
You guys have turned this into a love fest for me. Yeah, there's no way to do that.
You already know. I swear, if it wasn't for you in Palmer Park, I wouldn't be the Dutchess SS that I am today.
I love all the comedians. I love all the comedians. I try to help everybody.
I honestly say that. You love all the comedians because you accepted me for every flaw I got, the skin on, and everything. You loved every part of me, and you've seen something in me, and I love you for that. Like, and that's just not for me. That's for every comedian that I ever bumped into. Even Brady Bellinger, he still loved you. Like, he's like the most messed up comedian out here. And he's like, no, John is a man. Like,
who said that?
Brandon.
Oh, Brandon. I hear you. I hear you.
Love you. Down to the
well, I love all you guys. You guys are the bomb. I miss all you guys. And my longest everybody here tonight, Mike Cronin. I met him in 91, 92 at Periwinkle's Comedy Club, and we had a lot of great times. You got anything to say to wrap this up, Mike?
Again, I'm honored and humbled to be part of the show tonight. Got to meet Dutchess SS Janaya. Jessica Leigh and I have become friends on Facebook. I read her posts during the week. Steve, I have followed your artwork. Absolutely love it. Darlene, it was great to meet you tonight. I look forward to hear you singing. Tomorrow morning, I'm looking forward to my church is hosting a great panel tomorrow. They're going to be talking about the harsh and painful realities of racism. Pastor Tony, Pastor West, the associate pastor from Sacred Exchange, Bishop Williams from King's Cathedral, Dr. Caparelli from Unmuted Ministries, and Pastor Frank Reedy. It's going to be a great discussion. I know we didn't touch upon that tonight. It's going to be a great discussion. I welcome you all to tune in to YouTube to catch it. It'll also be on my wall tomorrow. And again, John, thank you so much for your love and your friendship throughout the years. It was great meeting you all tonight. Janaya, I got to tell you something. You have got a smile that would light up the Eastern Border. I'm telling you, I will be challenged all week to see a more beautiful smile than you have, young lady.
Thank you. I get it from my grandma.
There you go. There you go.
All right, guys. Thanks everybody for coming on. Dutchess SS, Lady D, going to be singing on Federal Hill. Steve DeNuccio keeps drawing and running a Pub on Park open mic. We got Jessica, my therapist, the bad boy of comedy. We'll be back again this Sunday. I'll be on with Jerry Caruso, a great friend of mine, comedian. And this Tuesday, Charlie Hall, who co-founded Periwinkle's Comedy Club with Frank O'Donnell. So I got a couple interesting things coming up. I'll be back next week with Jessica. I'll have all you guys back, and we'll be mixing it up. And something to do, a little Zoom fun while we're in this pandemic. I love all you guys. Thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for being on.
Nice meeting you. Love you, John.
Love
God
you
bless
all.
everyone.
Love you all.
Take care. Thanks for having us.